Hi, how are you? I woke up this morning feeling really good and I don't know, just having all these epiphanies. And I've kind of gotten past like my weird perfectionist stuff. And so I'm able to just like pull my phone out and start talking to you about it instead of being like, it needs to be perfect. I need the tripod. I need the mic. Blah, 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 and then missing the whole fucking point. Anyways, I have some advice and some thoughts to share with you today that I think could help you feel a little less stuck and better and in like a nice flow state, or at least feeling like you're going towards some kind of flow state, happiness and joy. And the first thing I thought of this morning was, oh my God, everyone says you shouldn't grab your phone in the morning, but I can't seem to not do that. And am I going to spend the rest of my life trying not to grab my phone in the morning? Am I going to spend the rest of my life trying to be a morning person? Because I went to school my whole life as a kid. It never happened, even though I was getting up at fucking 8 in the morning, even earlier, Jesus Christ, every day. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not a fucking morning person, and I'm not going to pretend that I am, and I'm not going to try to keep becoming this person I'm not just because it seems like the healthy, happy thing to do. Even though I want to be healthy and I want to be happy. Maybe that's not healthy and happy for me specifically, right? So I grabbed my phone, and I've had this idea for like the past year or two now that instead of scrolling on TikTok or checking my texts or checking Instagram, maybe I put my phone on Do Not Disturb at night before I go to bed or something so I don't wake up to messages. And I just take my phone out and I watch something inspiring, something that I can learn in the morning. And I am a beast in the morning. Don't talk to me before I've had my coffee. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even drink coffee, really. I like decaf. Anyways, it gives me anxiety. Anyways. um, what the fuck was I saying? The issue I've had with that idea is that I don't want to watch philosophical things in the morning. I don't want to be inspiring. I don't want to feel good because I don't feel good in the morning. And that is just that. It's been that my whole life. It's not going to change. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life trying to be things that I'm not, right? Again, even if they seem like good things that you should do, like not using your phone in the morning or getting up early and getting more sun, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't work for me. So I pick my phone up and I try the YouTube idea again for the millionth time. And I open it up to this video of this guy, and it says skiing down Mount Everest, no oxygen, like never done before or something. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds interesting. Stupid, but interesting. I've always been fascinated with like the Mount Everest stuff. It's just mountains in general. I love mountains and even the snow. Sometimes I hate being cold, but it's still fascinating to me. It's like I'm terrified of the ocean, but I'm fascinated by it. Anyways, things that terrify you, probably things you should lean into. Sorry, whole other video though. So I'm watching this video and I'm like, okay, obviously I'm not going to ski down Mount Everest with no oxygen, right? But there's something here. And I'm like, okay, if this guy can ski down fucking Mount Everest, then I can move to California. That's a whole other thing I'll talk about because I didn't even really want to go to California, but my heart was like telling me to. And I'm like, the past year or two, I've just been like going back and forth. Should I? Is that the place? Blah, 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 blah. I'm so scared. Can I do this? And this morning it snapped in my head and I was like, oh, you just can. You just can do the things that you want to do. And nothing is stopping you besides you. Maybe other people are trying to, but they literally can't if you don't let them in your head, right? So I'm like, okay, this guy did this insane thing. Clearly, the human body can do insane things. I can move and start living my dream life and stop listening to my fears if I want. Literally, the most freeing thing is realizing you're the only thing standing in your way of the things that you want and your own happiness. And if you think, no, that's not true, maybe you're trying to find happiness in things you shouldn't be trying to find happiness in, because happiness is, it's there. Corny as it sounds, it really is if you start listening. And you start feeling safe enough in your own body to allow that fog to clear and that fear, and then all of a sudden this path, it starts unfolding in front of you. And if you're listening and you're paying attention and you're dealing with the things you need to deal with, you start to see it, dude. You do. So anyways, I stroll downstairs. I film a couple videos, which is awesome because I never used to just pick my phone up in bed and film a video. I felt like I had to put makeup on and get ready, or at least be in a different setting besides bed. I filmed them, and it felt amazing, and it was great. I get out of bed, and I go downstairs to eat something, and my dad's watching Elf. And I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, what if we feel so out of place in certain situations because you're just special? And that's not a bad thing. It's an amazing thing. So think of Elf, the movie. I hope you've seen it. It's a movie about a big elf who leaves the North Pole. He was originally a person, and he ends up in New York City. And if you think about Elf as pretend it's real for a second. It's a documentary about a real elf that comes to New York. Buddy is an amazing fucking person. He loves people so hard, so unconditionally. He's so happy and full of joy. He's so hardworking. He's so determined, and he's so full of spirit. He's like the most amazing person you could think of or want in your life. And some people, they instantly recognize that and they love him, right? But a lot of people in a lot of situations, they don't accept him. His dad at first, right? The workplace, like the corporate New York workplace is like not really the place for him. Some people get him, like the people in the mailroom, right? And I'm like, holy shit, what if you're Buddy the Elf, right? And it's your environment, and it's the people around you. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the environment or the people around you. It's just not your people or environment. And you're just not following the routine or things that actually work for you. For the longest time, I tried to follow the influencer morning routine, and I'd fail every single time, and I'd get back up and try again. And that's a really awesome thing about me, is even if I take a few months off, a few years off, I get back up and I try again. It's an amazing thing about humans. We're resilient as fuck, even if you don't think you are, right? Until I realized, oh, that's not my routine. It doesn't fit for me. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad if it works for other people. It's not inherently bad. It's just not good for me specifically. It's just not the corporate world. The 9-to-5 is just not the environment for me. And I don't need to conform to society just because other people don't like it sometimes when I don't, because a lot of people do actually like it. And I inspire people, and I meet awesome people that think just like me. So what if you start acting like yourself, like Buddy the Elf, if that's you or whoever you are, and people react weird and they don't like it, and they're like, what the heck? And you lose your job or something, or you lose a friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you're like devastated at first, or maybe you're not. You're like dealing with it because you understand that sometimes things have to burn so they can be rebuilt, right? And then all of a sudden you find the love of your life. You find the most amazing hobby that fills you with immense joy. You find the career you've been waiting for your whole life. And you realize that maybe you've been comparing yourself to other people the whole time, and maybe you're way further in your journey than you even realized. And while everyone else was maybe in college for 4, 6+ years, right? And they went to school and they did all these things, and you're comparing yourself, and like, they did this, they did that, they did everything right. What if your preparation for who you're supposed to be and do was the things you've already been doing? Maybe going through horrible shit, maybe healing from things, maybe meeting certain people. And maybe it didn't feel like or look like you thought it would in your head to you or other people, but you're way further than you think. Maybe if you zoom out a little bit, stop comparing yourself, and stop trying to fit into what everyone else thinks you should be or what you think you should be, you might actually be able to find peace, happiness, joy, connection, and more wonderful things in life. And isn't that the whole point? Maybe if you start getting excited about discovering this journey instead of trying to make it perfect and like other people's, and being scared and anxious of what's coming next instead of curious and excited about unraveling this life that you were presented with, because isn't that the whole point? We can all pretend we know the whole point of why we're here, but ultimately we don't. All we have is that we're human and we have these feelings and these experiences and we're experiencing them. If you start seeing life more as like a puzzle or a video game instead of this thing you have to get through, right? You don't buy a puzzle built. You don't buy a video game already played. And if you did, you'd be pissed as hell. I guess some people buy puzzles built and like put them up, but usually you build it yourself and put it up, right? Like if you bought a video game and it was already played and finished, all the levels were done, you'd be pissed as hell. You're like, I just spent $45-$60 on this dumbass game and I wanted to play it. What's going on? That's life, dude. And every once in a while, you finish the level or you get like a really big part of the puzzle done and you can start to see the pictures start to form and you go, you get like really excited and happy. And it's like, I've personally been having these experiences where the pieces, they start to come together. And let me tell you, there's nothing more exhilarating and exciting when you finish a level or you put a piece right where it needs to go and things, they click and you're literally like, oh my God, and you start discovering yourself and meeting you and all these things that like you would hear or hear people talk about and feel passionate about but not pursue, or ideas and thoughts, they start to like form in your head, like, and you're literally like, and it's exhilarating, and suddenly you aren't craving this external shit. You aren't wanting junk food all the time. You aren't needing a relationship. You aren't like needing all this external shit that isn't actually going to make you happy. You're just excited to be living, and you're excited to be meeting yourself every single day and discovering these things, and you're hoping, ooh, maybe this week something's gonna click for me and I'm gonna get it. Maybe I'm gonna discover something new, and it's not this project, this like that you have to put together. It's fun. Well, it can be a project, but I mean like a project that you want to get done. You're like, let me just figure this out for the next thing. It's like, no, I'm excited to be figuring this out right now, and I'm excited to be figuring it out in a week, a month, a year from now. Anyways, then I started thinking about like manifestation without even realizing it was manifestation, and that's a whole other thought that I want to make a different video and share with you because you know, yeah, manifestation does have some woo-woo aspects to it, but it's also quite practical. So I'd like to make a practical manifestation video for you and talk about it and like discuss it in the comments and stuff. But now I'm just getting into too many subjects because my brain loves thinking about like 8 million subjects at once. Anyways, I think you're amazing, and I think you're perfect, and I think you're just waiting for you to realize you're perfect, okay? And you're also imperfect, and I think that's wonderful as well. I think that's even more wonderful than all of the perfect things about you. And I think that you're just waiting to discover those things, and waiting to discover the places you're meant to be and the people that you're meant to meet, and that's why you feel so full of hunger, and that's why you're maybe sometimes projecting on the external things going on in your life, okay? And that's how you start to focus on the internal things, okay? Start getting excited. So maybe I can start thinking of how I began doing this, and think of sometimes I watch inspiring videos like this and then I'm like, well, how did you do it? Like I'm inspired, but I don't understand. And sometimes it's because you're meant to discover that yourself. But maybe I can make some more videos on how to do that, how to start doing that, so it can start to piece together a little quicker for you, because I don't think that would hurt, right? But ultimately, it doesn't matter how much information there is out in the world, because truthfully, I mean, we have all the information, especially at how far we've come, right? Okay. We have all the information, but it doesn't matter if you have all the information if it doesn't make sense to you. Do you know what I mean? So don't force it all down, and let yourself discover it and be excited about it. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're just maybe listening to the wrong people, listening to the wrong thoughts, working the wrong jobs, going to the wrong places. And that's okay. Maybe you need to be there right now, but I think it's time for you to come out. And I think I've done that, and I think I'm heading towards more and more and more of that. And I'd like you to come with me, and I'd like you to do it as well. So, I love you.